Today I'm going to show you the bike. Alright, so this is the new bike, the Kawasaki KD80, also known as Kadie, spelled with a D. So what we're going to be doing for Kadie is a little bit of everything. She needs a once over. So what we're going to do is carb stuff, which I've already taken this cover off because it was kind of halfway there. I pulled the air filter off. Overall though, she kicks. I have a little video of it kicking over, just with a little bit of two-stroke up in the top. So I know it'll run. What I have to do is really do a lot of carb work, and I'm honestly at the point, which now that I just pull the choke up, she wants to go a bit more. She's in neutral. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of have to two-hand it to get everything to go. It really wants to go. She wants to go so bad. At the end of the day, I got to do a little bit of carb work. Chokes up. Adjust some things here and there. I'm probably... I mean, honestly, like, I know this channel is all about doing it yourself and understanding the processes and the systems, but I think it would be well worth my time and your time if I took this to a friend. He's a really good guy and he knows everything about every kind of dirt bike. So oh, and I gotta get this situation under control. So yeah, he knows everything about all this stuff, and this is kind of his forte. So I might end up taking this to a guy, but I'd like to take it apart and just see for myself to see what's going on. Some other things to note is that the back brake, it's a little bent, to be honest with you. Like, if I'm being straight up, it's a little bent. So there's some stuff like that. The other things that I see going on here is honestly not much when it comes down to it. There's a little tiny bit of pin pricking holes in the exhaust, which I'm not too worried about. Got a new heat shield, custom made by the last guy, so that's cool. Kawa. But really, like, other than that, it's a fairly tight bike, and I got it for a really good price. So I'm not even going to complain there. I might open this side up just to see what the sprocket's saying. I might even, like, from what the previous owner was telling me, for a beginner bike, which this is my beginner bike, it's a little much. Under the seat here, the seat looks really good. Even for like dirt and debris and stuff like that, it's kind of normal wear and tear for a nearly 50-year-old bike. So I'm not too upset with that. The fender, I mean, that goes all the way down. There doesn't look like any cracks or anything like that. Take like chunks out of it. The tank is kind of chintzy held on, so there's that. But I think up front it's got the bushings on it. So I mean, it doesn't really need much, but at the same time, I feel pretty good about it. If you didn't know, this is a bike with an oil sump. So it is a two-stroke, but it will mix the oil down here. It'll have a cable that comes off this little arm. So whenever I twist the throttle, you can see it goes, and it will pull the fuel out of there as well. So yeah, that's kind of different. There are a lot of other bikes. If you saw my update video, you'll know that those chainsaws, they have the same sort of system on them. So you know that these kind of things are fairly common. So all in all, it's a pretty interesting bike. I do have to realign this. If you can see in there, the line is kind of off center a bit. So I have to tune that up a bit. That just makes sure that the oil that's coming out of here. So other than the, I mean, I might get the sump going again. They recommend that you do get the sump going, but I'm also considering turning it into a little street bike. It does go up to 100 kilometers an hour, so the spec sheet says. We'll see what happens when we actually get it running. But I'd like to get it street legal just to see what places I can get to because of that. So because it does go up to 100, I wouldn't take it obviously on the highway. You need a little bit more top end to get going, but at the end of the day, I can take it on basically any other, what do you call it, like a number one or a number, the old highways here in Nova Scotia. So I can take it pretty well anywhere there, with a little bit of extra juice in it. So that will be really fun. It'll be really fun to just see what's up going around the carb area. So it does need a new spark plug. That's fine. The side of the cylinder is pretty rusty. I'll probably hit that with some of our muriatic acid. Hit this with some of our muriatic acid. Try not to burn through everything. But at the end of the day, we're looking all right. I'm pretty not happy with these tiny little foot pegs. I'll have to see what I can do for that. Maybe I can. I don't think I can put anything else in there, but we'll see what we can do. It does have drums front and back, which, I mean, doesn't make a difference to me. I'll learn to ride whatever, right? I need to get some bolts for this, and that way I can put that cover on, and then I can also put the other more important cover that's supposed to have a gasket and seals on right about here. So something like that. I'm gonna lose all these screws if I don't give a little hand tighten. Especially this bottom one, because that's a long screw. So that's supposed to have a gasket on it, but I'm just gonna stick that on there for now. Just so you can see where it's supposed to go, what's supposed to happen, all the things, and the stuff, and the potential of the energy. That's, oh my god, I'm so excited, I got a dirt bike. So I'll take this and I'll slam it down, feed the choke, because this is the choke, but it has no, it's supposed to have a pull on it, a little knobby. You're gonna be my eyes. Tell me when I'm close. No? Oh! Yeah, so something like that. Check the transmission fluid, I guess, because that's probably a good idea. I assume that's what that is. I'll have to look up the manual just to be sure, because I don't want to start putting fluids in places where empty holes are. But here's the air box here, just so you guys have an idea of what happens. Air goes in, it goes into the case, it comes out, flows around this here to get turbulence. So we need this sealed up, we need the case with an actual gasket on it. We need this plug here, which we don't have a plug for that, and then there should be one under here somewhere that we need as well. That's supposed to have a filter, and I think this is it, but I'll have to double check. But at the end of the day, I also need another bolt for that. That's kind of okay. We're getting into concerning parts here, because I'm starting to realize how many bolts it needs, and that's probably not a good sign, but also at the end of the day, I don't know. So we might be able to stick the bolts on, get it running, and then put it back together and see what happens. Other than that, I need to get this on there. The choke actually allows air, a little bit of air to get in, but because it has it's got the lid on it, like the pull button, pull, you know what I mean? It's going to let a little bit of air in when it's up, but then when you push it down and run the bike, you're going to be able to really get some good compression in that hole. But seeing as we're not going outside, and now that I have the case on, we should have a little bit better of an idea what we're doing. If I can get this to stay up while I push this cap on, which is probably going to be hard without two hands, so I'll be right back. Okay, so we're going to call that good. I got it on most of the way. I'm going to try to take some pliers and just okay, let's try it. Alright, so what I want to do is put some gas in the top because I'm sick of this. I want to just turn it on. I want to get it going. So, here's your one trick of the day. Put some gas in the top, just to see how it runs. You take the spark plug off, you take the spark plug off, you put the spark plug in, you take the spark plug off, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around, and I need a new spark plug. And you put it in the top. I also just realized I said transmission oil before. And I guess that's accurate. I was kind of more thinking crankcase oil. But like, yeah. Just so you know, a two-stroke does not have crankcase oil. Who knew? So I'm starting to also think that it's mostly a fuel system because, like, fuel issue. Because we're leaking quite a bit of fuel there. I don't know how the fuel is doing from that side. I don't really know. A whole lot apparently. No way, it's almost like I'm learning on this channel. Okay, so that's good. Put my spark plug back on because I do really want to show you guys. Show you guys that does work. That doesn't feel like it's seated, so I might need a new one of them. She goes. She goes, she goes, she goes. Oh, that smells like two-stroke already. Okay, yeah, so she runs. It's a fuel system issue. That's what I want to say it is. Because, like, yeah, it's just leaking like a sieve. So, I think one of the first things I'm going to do, I don't know if you guys can see me. Let me go back to this. So, as we go back to shut the door, one of the first things I want to do is go ahead and when I actually start working on it, I'm going to take this off, I'm going to drain it, I'm going to clean it out because I know there's a little bit of rust in the tank. I'm sure there is. Like, you can't tell me that there's not with how old this bike is. It's obviously not in pristine condition, but we want to redo the whole Petcock system because it looks like there's 5 different things going on here, and that looks confusing, and I don't want confusing, I want working. So and it does definitely seems chintzy, like, I don't know. There's plastic bits on metal bits, and I don't like that. So what I'm gonna do is, you know, take it apart and see what's going on. As far as I saw from in there, this is all pretty good. So I'll take this off. It's mostly this system right here that looks kind of screwy. So I'm going to take that all apart and just work with that. Probably just, as far as I'm aware, I can just put basically hardwire that in, and that's good enough. So maybe that's our issue, because this looks like some kind of complicated piece of equipment. So maybe I do need, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, it's got almost like a bowl on it and stuff like that, and set screws. Like, I don't know. So I'm gonna look into it and yeah, just see what's going on. Maybe it's just the fuel system, maybe it's the carb as well. If it is the carb, because of the style of the carb, where it's going to need to be, you know, I mean, if it was just an open carb, it would be one thing, but I'm not a professional by any means, so I would rather bring somebody into a video to show you guys exactly what's going on, and that would be a great opportunity to have a guest on the channel. If any of you guys actually know a thing or two about that kind of stuff, hit me up. And you know, you have all my socials now after you watch the update, so hit me up there, either Instagram or Reddit is the best place, because that's something I'm on a lot with this channel, and it's also a great spot to create the community that would surround this bike and would actually be able to be useful, because I found a lot of people on Reddit who've had these bikes, who've, you know, modified these bikes, who've fixed them up, who've done really everything they can with these bikes. They seem super robust and super just tractory. So I mean, even compared to like a Honda, like, it's really quite the bike. It's I'm really impressed to have it, or I'm really, I guess, surprised that it's still in relatively good shape after being a 1983 Kawasaki KD80. For being almost 50 years old, she looks great. I mean, I'm into the old girls, and this one looks a little rough around the edges, but I'm okay with that. I really am. I need to get another tooth sponge so I don't lose some teeth on this. But other than that, I got to warp out the fender. You can tell it's, I don't know if you can see that, but it needs to be cocked this way, and I mean, this seems concerning. I feel like I need a cotter pin for that. Yeah, I can't really do it with two hands. I need two hands to do it. Got some good enough spring in the front, and I'm pretty pleased with that. But when it comes down to actually riding it, I'll have a better idea of what I want from all that stuff, and that's really what's going to come down to. So once I can get the bike running, I can actually understand what doesn't work and what does, and hopefully by the next spring, because this is going to be a winter rider, like, she's got the power to do all that kind of stuff. I might end up putting a new back tire on. I don't know. I do need a new tube, because Buddy said that it runs flat every, couple of days to a week. So it's got a slow leak in it. I have the new tube. He gave me it. That was really nice of him. But I might end up, I'm not 100% sure on what the treads, the treads are pretty good. But I don't know if I'm going to need more tread, if I'm going to go through the snow or not. So we'll see what happens. But that's the plan, is to ride this all winter. Keep it nice and fresh all winter too. Like, when I'm riding it, dry her off, soak it up, suds it up, get the alcohol onto it to dry it right out. Don't want to put salt on it, but I definitely want to keep it dry as the time goes on. Coating it in in two-stroke oil will definitely help with that. I just don't want that leak coming from there. So yeah, at the end of the day, I'd be really happy to have this all winter, and hopefully in the in the summer I can give it away, or maybe sell it or something. I don't know yet. I haven't really come to a decision, but I'm not going to be here in Nova Scotia as of sometime next year. I'm planning on heading out west. Got to start working on the pilot's license after I have my motorcycle license. So there you go, guys. That is the new plan for the KD80, our brand new to us Kadie, K-A-D-I-E, KD80. So we're going to be doing a whole once over on it, getting rid of it in the spring, and hopefully by next spring, summer, maybe even fall, I'll be out west in BC, and you'll see me there riding around. Enjoy yourselves, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell only if you want to. Enjoy yourselves.